My name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We're going to be showing off a screen paint today. This one is called our Black Nova. So it is time to add a new advancement to the 12 has been out for quite some time, and it's time for them to get an upgrade to a better advanced version. And this is what this product is going to be. So these are the first demonstration tests for the day. We're going to be using the 600 or 800 by 600 res projector 720p. We're going to be using those projectors right there. There's no point in switching over to the high-end projectors yet. We'll start off with small ones first. So let's get this started. Let's get this on its way. And this is a very thick formula. I'd like to thank always my Lord and Savior for blessing me with the knowledge to make this. Don't worry about this. This is a test screen. So I'm not worried about that. Trying to get my corners first. Paint a little bit on my brush here. Man, that's the first time for me. Almost landed on a screen. But thank my Lord and Savior. Didn't allow me to fall on it. Thank you, Jesus. It's amazing my Lord is. He didn't fall on it. Could have fell on it, but he didn't. Believe it or not, I had literally too much paint. That was way too much paint right there. So that tells me right there from the door it has good coverage. Now, don't suggest this is a test surface, which I paint over and over again and again and again, so I really don't have to tape up my corners and none of that at all. But usually, if you're doing this on a fixed frame screen, as a brand new screen, I would suggest you tape up your borders before doing that. This is a test surface, so I'm used to getting paint on the borders and all that. You don't have to go through all this. I just put too much paint down, and I gotta even it out. I'm thinking I don't have enough. I had more than enough to finish the job. That's just me even it out. Easy way to even it out if you got way too much paint, like more than I just dropped it down, is to let the screen dry a little, and then just go right over top of it. That's all. But you don't have to do that many passes. If I just put too much paint down, literally way too much. Oh. Alright, so let's get this into the next room so we can actually put this up. Oh, by the way, driver was already out today. Your orders are gone. Nothing on the table, nothing in the corners. Your orders are all taken out and taken care of. That's why I tell my customers, just be a little patient. You know what I mean? I got a track record of recordings of my ship out dates, backing my progress on taking care of my customers. That's why I record my ship out dates. So I have proof of showing that my customers are taken care of, that their orders are shipped out. And we may have containers that may not get here on time, or ink that might get here on time. God works everything out so everybody gets what they need. There we go. That thing should be a little higher than that. All right. Should have been on the other side of this, like on this side. This is where I should have been at. Wasn't thinking about picking it up. All right, though, let's not mess up the sofa. All right, we're getting the lock in place up here. And coming down and breaking anything. We're using the 600 by 800 res projector. That's what we're using right now. There we go, snappy and nice. I gotta dry this out a bit. We gotta bring our projector up a little bit more. There we go. I'm gonna have to bring this back some. Now all the marks and stuff will disappear. Screen's wet, that's why. Gonna have our lights on in a few. I don't do demonstrations with the lights off. We don't know that. This will adjust. Now we're going to be using my 600 by 800 res that we're using right now. I told you we're not going to be using the Christie projector. We'll do that later on when all the tests are done to show you what it looks like on a full 1080p projector. For right now, we're going to be sticking to demonstrations on the 600 by 800 res. It's not necessary to have that other projector. It's a complete overkill. It's not necessary. Let me see if I can get this side to bring up just a little bit, because it's just a little bit, it's leaning on that side. It's driving me a bit nuts. So used to having that lens shift capability. I don't have that anymore. But I don't want to go back to using that projector because it is overkill. It's way overkill. There we go. So let's get some some air on the screen so it dries up real nice. And let's get some lights on in here. I said it's too dark now. We do demonstrations with the lights out. Why it's called ambient light projection technology for a reason. Like that. Here's my projector right here, so you can see it. We're not using the Christie projector, no 1080p. This is 600 by 800 or 800 by 600 res, 720p SVGA. So it's not required for us to use a high-end projector to make the screen look good. And the reason why we're going to do more and more demonstrations off these projectors is because just to prove a point that a lot of people are displaying on high-end projectors, because that's the only way the screen's going to look good. We can do this one, start off on a low entry level projector, still produce an amazing image. Alright, so let me see what we need here. And I got the right remote control, because usually I never do. And let's go off on which ones we have here are the right ones, hopefully. We do have the right ones here. Fresh batteries in all these today. There we go, that's the right one. Okay, we got the right one. Alright. Chance to dry up a little bit. Focus is way off.
Is the solution for your best sleep yet. Get a free adjustable base.
There we go. Well, I can play while the screen dries. Well, like I said, if the darker technologies that we develop is not to your liking, because I'll have people coming and go, well, it's a black screen, this, that, and the other. Again, we make everything. So we make gray screen paints. We have the black silvers. We have the ultralight grays. We have those. And if you want a screen in a different color, we have those too. So we make just about everything. As it dries, it's going to get much brighter than that. And I'll show you where my projector is sitting from the screen. We're always a good distance. Anytime we do a demonstration, I like to make sure my projector is sitting back at a far distance. The longer that distance through has to travel, the more happier I am. If it's too close, that's why I like to do demonstrations on ultra short throws. The distance throw is too close to the screen. Now see how right here, no more lines, and right here we have little lines here, it's still drying there. Like I said, 800 by 600 or 600 by 800 res, however you want to put it, 720p projector SVGA. And I showed you this projector is still in circulation, which means you can still buy it. Go right over on Amazon, get it for around 300 bucks. You don't want to pay that kind of money, go over to eBay. They got it for $200. Someone have one brand new in the box. When you go to a lot of forum sites, they frown upon these projectors. Oh, they don't work, they're this, that, and the other. You can't get a clear image. No, it's not that you can't get a clear image. It's not the fact they don't work. It's just your screen is outdated. That's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, we're still wet over in here. We're still wet in some areas of the screen. So like I said, just smooth out once it dries out real nicely. It would have dried a lot faster if I didn't put too much paint down. I put way too much paint down. I had a quart in there, and a quart paints up to 120 inch screen. And I put way too much. The screen's 98 inches. This is why I like to do the paint and dry demonstrations, because then it gives the customer an understanding that how long it's going to take for him to paint the screen and dry it, how easy it is to apply. Now as for feeding this to a paint sprayer, that is not going to happen. This stuff is made very thick, and the reason why, because if you have any blemishes or cracks or anything on your wall, this stuff is designed to coat just about anything. I prefer rolling over spraying anyway. That's just me, and I'm trained. I can use a paint sprayer. whether it be the cup and the hose with the feeder, or whether it just be all in one compressed. But I still like to roll. That's my driver telling me she's home and she's ready to game. So she's gonna have to wait a little bit. I just want to show this off, and then I'm going to be out for the day. So now it's time for 12 to be upgraded to a 15. This is the advanced version of 12. 12's a little old. It's outdated. It's a beautiful screen paint. Don't get me wrong. It is. It's incredible screen paint. But, like I said, God tells me what needs to be upgraded, the new advancements, how we can make it better. And keep in mind, we got screen paints that we consider on our end to be outdated, and they're still more advanced than the technology out there on the market. So that shows you the advancement, how God blesses us to be able to keep making an amazing technology. Right here and here, still drying out. Over there, nice and dry. Get over on this side over here. LG 4K demonstration, snowboarding. And I got the naysayers that are plenty upset. We got a new black technology out. Yes, we do. And like I said, anytime when I show you one of our black screens, we have to display white levels. And like we have a very hard problem with people that develop gray screens can't display contrast. We do gray screens too. We can display contrast with no problem. Beautiful Women, 4K. They're gonna butcher this one. They usually butcher this one. Yeah, they did. They butchered it. They butchered the heebie-jeebies out of it. Let me see. Let's see. 4K. Gotta go to 4. Remember, we only did all black screens, and we had naysayers were coming and go. Well, I can't do a black screen. It's just too dark for me. All right, fine. That's your opinion. But now we make everything. What can you say now? Even our gray technology is more advanced than the gray technology on the market. Now you can't come in here and say, well, it's too dark to my liking. Then guess what? We got screens that basically are gray. And their technology has gone through 11 screen and 5 screen certifieds. They've been pulled back with distance of 13 feet, 20 feet. Hit with what? 130 watt lamps in the center of the screen. They've passed tests that other gray screens can't even begin to even think about. And I've already tested the contrast levels against another gray screen. And my screen pulled up a actually not a 1% black level, but an extremely good black level. Which I'm going to do a much bigger screen on that gray screen. I like displaying that screen a lot. And if gray is not your color, then we have it in chocolate, we have it in blue, we have it in red, we have it in mustard. As a matter of fact, there's my screen right there. There's my blue screen right there. Next time I do the demonstration, I know to put a little bit of paint down, because man, it was way too much. You might go and save is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And mind you, no overpriced 4K, no overpriced 1080p projectors. None of that. We're using a 600 by 800 res, an SVGA projector, as our display projector. So we got that. The dry screen's already dry. Sorry about that for walking from the screen. Just want to get this fan out of the way. Over there. I'll go back. I'll go back on that one a little bit. So I did walk in front of that display like that. And what's the difference between this and the 12? It has a higher gain, which has a 15, and it's darker than a 12. Let's go with some colors. Fill up 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
See if they brought up my fill ups. Well, I'm gonna do this one right now. Get all that overlight in there. I'll put the model number of the projector I'm using for the demonstration. As I said before, it's an easy projector to get. It's not like I'm doing like big companies, or like I said, people are doing demonstrations on high-end projectors. It's a projector that usually most people can't relate to. So if I'm doing this on 800 by 600 res SVGA, I'm pretty sure your projector would be much higher, much better than this. You can relate to this projector because you can actually buy this projector. They're cheap. Like I said, I bought mine right here for $150. get that Philips. The Philips, nope, they spelled it wrong. Philips 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
They completely spelled that completely wrong. Isn't it beautiful? I'm telling you, God's technology is amazing. I love it. This projector, keep in mind, is still sitting in factory settings. Nothing's been changed, nothing's been altered, no calibration, nothing. I'm gonna get my distance there. I wonder how far we're sitting back from here. Because I know we're way beyond the 13 feet. We gotta be beyond 13 feet. Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's do this one right here. I'm gonna go get my measuring tape while this is playing. Let me just check this out just a little bit. And this was developed today about an hour ago. I told you we have certain technology to work on. This is not the technology I was working on. No. That's going to take some time. This right here is the upgrade version. This was developed for today. Project I'm working on is a little bigger. I'm going to grab my measuring tape. I'm curious to see how far I am. Okay. I'll show you at the end. We're around 14 feet, almost close to 15 feet from the screen. Wanted that food commercial. Here we go. I'm not telling you, you develop black screen paint, you have to be able to get, the white levels can't be too high because contrast suffers. Contrast can't be too high because white levels suffer. And you have to be able to show multiple shades of white levels. So your skin tone, that's one white level. So your shirt, that's another level. So your blouse, that's another level. These are different shades of white levels. If not, they all be dark and they all be blending in the same way. That's good. That's where the light's on. I don't know why people consider, I don't get that. That's got to be a brainwash thing. When people think that having the lights out is supposed to be hard. I never could understand that. When people are like, turn the lights out. Like, that's going to be hard? Seriously? To do a lights out demonstration? No, that's kind of easy. That's really easy. Unbelievable. Beautiful colors of a city night. Oh, I've not seen that one before. Let's show the screen's abilities to be able to do something that other screens can't do, and that's poor contrast level. So that's why I said there's a difference. When I do a demonstration, I'm going to show you the contrast levels, I'm going to show you colors, skin tones, everything. I'm not just going to stick to particular videos to make the screen look good. And we're not going to do this in a dark environment. And at that, now we're doing demonstrations with projectors that are very low entry-level projectors. So there's no 4K, no 1080p. We don't even have a 720p WXGA or XGA. We got the bottom of all screen of projectors, that SVGA. The ones that people don't want to go near because they say, it can't give me perfect picture quality, can't do this, it can't do that, blah, 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 blah. It's like I said, I've seen people with incredible projectors, with incredible power, and their screens still look badly. I mean, real bad. Again, even the poor white level, deep black, you have to be the poor. All this is coming from a white level. Okay, bump the dick inside of my stand. I like that contrast demonstration. I gotta do more of those with that one. Ooh, cheetah. I like to do these because these display natural colors. Sometimes when you do like the 4K demonstrations, they are a bit oversaturated with colors. Like I said, at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference with this technology, whether your lights be on or off. Doesn't make a difference. I like that one right there. That's pretty nice. Let's see. Let's do some of the ones, the regular ones. These are all considered easy. I'm gonna do this one right here.
Continues today.
Wait a minute. Is it the wrong one? Or is it up here? No, what is one on? I need to find out this. Where is the Oh, beautiful. All right. That's it. Another one. That's it.
shopping Hyundai Santa Fe? Compare it with the 2020 Ford Edge. It's smart, with technology that allows it to practically park itself. It has plenty of cargo room. And when it comes to performance, Edge ST flat out runs it. Plus, Edge has Ford Copilot 360 technology that alerts you when cars are detected in your blind spots.
I know you're probably thinking, where the heck did you just go?
Drift out of your
I was
lane.
downstairs and I decided to make another one.
It can even
This one's actually darker than that
situations.
one. So God gave me another idea for another one.
For us,
So he said that you don't like this one, and I do like this one, but can we make it darker? So now we have a darker version right here, already made, that fast, that quick. By the time you're watching the video, this was made downstairs.
We're committed to delivering you comfortable
That fast, that quick.
to make your
Told you.
home your happy place.
All this technology that God blesses us to have has stair steps to it,
Everything.
which means we can advance it, upgrade it,
For sale.
to anything we want. So now we have an upgrade version of the version that we just made today, already sitting in that container. I told you, our technology doesn't have any ceilings. The faith in God, you have no ceilings. I want to try this out. Hey, really? That one will be for tomorrow. 'Cause I got gaming to do today, and I'm in no rush. Oh, that's the way, put that for test 3. Put test 3, that's done already. Yeah. I'm not in a rush. I'll take care of that tomorrow. I'm gonna relax today. Maybe another time. Three. Put that as a black one. done. Yeah. The other one's a test. We're gonna run that one tomorrow because I'm in a rush. I got plenty of time. Measuring tape. We are 14 feet and some change. There's the projector right there. 720p, 800 by 600 res SVGA projector. And that is the first one. If I don't like that one, I got a backup already sitting in that container on the kitchen table. So the Lord came and blessed me with another one. But I like this one. But I still want to test the other one too. Let's see.
We put a lot of stress on our feet. It's no wonder they ache. Introducing ArchFit from Skechers. ArchFit distributes pressure across the arch, providing balance and support to make walking more comfortable. They're machine washable and available for men and women.
That'd be fantastic at Disney World. If you ever did Disney World, it's a lot of freaking walking. I tell people, when you want to do that trip, make sure you got some real comfortable shoes. It's a lot of walking. So while you guys are watching this, I'm gonna get cleaned up around here and get ready for something to be online in a few minutes. Saturday. Saturday. Man, that looks good. I love sweets. Like I said, this technology is designed for customers that want higher contrast levels. Like I said, the black screens aren't for you. We make gray screen paints too. So we got an ultra light and we have a black silver in there. If you're in between contrast levels and white levels, then we have that platinum eclipse. That's what they're designed for. As I said before, we make everything. We just don't make only all black screens and dark screens. We make light screens too. I like to show up these NASA outer space samples. deep outer space. Just like we did with the ultralight screens, we did that demonstration. If you haven't seen that demonstration on our light gray screen paints that can pull amazing contrast levels, I'll put that link below. We actually tested that against other gray screen paints to show you the difference between our gray screens and anybody else that's on the market. And even though other screens we have in here can mimic a contrast level, nothing is going to produce a 100% black level than our darker screens. Now will I be coating my black screens upstairs in the room? Yeah. All of them are going to be bearing this technology. Every last one of them. Except for the motorized. I might do the motorized. No. That was a pain in the neck. That screen was really a pain in the neck to do. I'm going to keep that at 12. That was a nightmare to do. Let's say it was a nightmare, but let's just say it was interesting. Let's put it that way. It's not something I want to do twice. I'll get me another motorized screen. We'll paint that one and use that as for a demonstration, but that thing was something else. And paint that screen 2 different ways. I like to do this one right here, the city skyline. So I pull this back. I like to do these demonstrations with the lights on, because usually when people do the city skyline, the dark night scenery, they like to do this in the dark. Because that means if any areas like this come up, like this, these darker areas right here, it'll just automatically fade out on their screen. That's why they like to do these demonstrations in the dark. I love doing these in fully lit environments. Like I said, at the end of the day, we're not using a high-end projector. There's no 4K in here. There's no 1080p. It's not even a 720p XGA or WXGA. SVGA, people. 800 by 600 red. You can buy that projector right now on Amazon or eBay. Way cheaper than what you would pay for some of these projectors out there. And the reason why it looks good is because it's being displayed on our technology. Because that was the case and it was easy enough for anyone to do it, then big companies out there would do demonstrations on much cheaper projectors instead of using projectors that are way out of your price line. Let me know anytime you've seen any one of those big companies out there using a projector 600 by 800 res. And anyone who's doing screen paint on a high-end projector, and that's their main projector for demonstrations, that's a huge red flag right there. My main projectors in my house are 720p. I don't require to use those kind of projectors. The screen does all the work. Why do I need to buy an expensive projector if the screen's doing all the work? OLED, beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
LG beta fish demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's pull this one off. Yeah, that background is super jet black. See how the colors are nice and bright, how they pop off the screen? You have to have a white level in order to get those colors to pop like that. Contrast levels are too high, that means those colors can't pop. They become dark, much like the screen behind it. Samsung 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
I like using this projector, man. This whole 720p, that's 800 by 600. Man, I love using these projectors. Because if I can make that projector look incredible, man, 4K, 1080p, that's a cakewalk. This is why you're supposed to start off doing demonstrations on the low-end projectors. And this is all we're going to do. We're going to do the short throw as we usually do. We'll bring down 1,000 with a projector. We'll do all that. But right from the door, people want to start off with these 4K laser projectors and ultra. No. Poorly lit environment. I hate that the most. The poorly lit environment, especially when the screen claims to be ambient light rejection and the environment is dark. How does that even work? How are you using ambient light control and ambient light rejection? I don't get that one. I will never understand that theory. Ambient light rejection. But you have to use it in an ambient light controlled environment. Mumble jumble. Either it is or it isn't. What else do we have on here? I requested, I want to get the look at these colors. This is no calibration, right out of the box. Still in factory settings. Look at the colors. As I say, when you got to calibrate your screen for your colors aren't coming up correctly, your screen is failing. There's nothing wrong with the projector. The projector is perfectly fine. Your screen has problems. See how dark that environment is? Right now, if I were to take any gray screen, any screen I got from my kitchen drawer right now, it wouldn't be able to pull up next to this screen. Can't pull contrast level. They'll never be able to pull a screen. No, yeah, that'd be a massacre. I ain't saying it would be a massacre. That screen is crazy dark. I want to see how the darker one's gonna look, but I'm not gonna do that till tomorrow because I got a gaming date with a friend. We all got time. We can wait till tomorrow. Till then, we have this. It's only an hour old, or maybe 2 hours old now. I'm telling you guys, it's amazing. I'll say it over and over again. Some people don't like me saying it in the video. They can't stand it when I talk about God. Hey, tough cookies. At the end of the day, I'm always going to give him glory for his work. Tough cookies if you don't like it. It's interesting how the devil thinks sometimes. He'll get in your head and say, oh, don't say that. Don't talk about God because people don't want to watch your videos. I couldn't care less. Could not care less what other people think. My Lord and Savior comes first. Some people are afraid to pray for their food in a restaurant because they're afraid what other people are going to think. Who freaking cares? At the end of the day, you're blessed to sit at that restaurant and have that food. Don't be ashamed of God because you definitely don't want him being ashamed of you. Oh, it's beautiful. The colors are so beautiful. That's what I love. Just watching the colors pop, the black levels and the colors pop and come to life. Oh, I love it. And to be able to do it on such a cheap projector. That's the fun part about it. To be able to do it on a projector that everybody can relate to. You can't sit there and say this projector is too expensive for me. It's a cheap projector. And it's not like it's not in circulation. They're in circulation. Anytime you can find it on Amazon, brand new in a box. Because usually if I go to look for certain projectors, it'll say out of stock. Or they don't make it anymore. You know, out of inventory, discontinued. But these projectors, you can still buy them. I hope somebody took advantage of that projector. That fellow was posting on eBay. He posted that projector. I think it was $250 in the box, brand new. Like I said, God works everything out for me because, as I said before, when I was looking for, I needed a viewsonic projector. I only needed the 235.1. That's all I needed because I needed it for the acoustic screen. And got me the projector for $150. Brand new, guys. I did the unboxing. I was shocked because it said used, and I'm looking at it like, wait a minute, like it's brand new. It's like somebody had opened it up and closed it and didn't bother with it. Everything was brand new on it. So started doing some demonstrations, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm not even going to bother using the Christie, because sometimes I use the Christie for demonstrations, and to me, I'm thinking like that's a bit overkill. You know, it's a bit overkill. It's a very powerful projector, and for you to find a Christie, they can be expensive. Like I said, it's a top tier projector. Even the older ones can be expensive. Parts can be expensive for it. But to be able to do my video on a projector that people can relate to, you can go and get this projector for $150, or maybe for maybe to get it for like they had them for like $200 and $250. You know, like I said, easy projector to get. It's not like you're going to go in and see a demonstration using like a $4,000, $5,000 projector. You're like, phew, you can't relate to that. If you can relate to it, then good for you. But in this decade and time where people are trying to save money, that's not something you want to be able to relate to. It's all about saving money. Get more for less. And I have some people saying, well, your product's a bit expensive. I think the fact that my screens be 11 certified screens, considering the fact that those screens range anywhere from $800 to around $5,000. And my technology can outperform those and be able to display images like this on a projector this cheap, fully lit environment. You take it outside if you want, and ultra short throw compatible. I think the price is extremely reasonable. Consider the fact that I have companies that will email me and ask me if it's possible, if we can go sign an NDA or we can talk or discuss my technology. Because if I can beat their technology on this, I mean, imagine so it'd be nice to have me on board, especially for competition against other screens they may be doing business against. And keep in mind, if they were able to brand this to one of their screens, I guarantee you it's going to cost you way more than the $187 or the $200 I may charge for some technology. They're going to charge way more than that because they don't care about you at the end of the day. They got a clientele of customers that they deal with who have money. So they couldn't care less at the end of the day if you could afford $4,000 or $5,000 because they have a clientele. If they didn't, they wouldn't be in business. It's like when you go to a car dealership and you see a car that costs about $350,000. You got to be doing something right. They're still in business. They got a clientele that can buy those cars. At the end of the day, they couldn't care less whether or not you had the money or not. You don't have the money, who cares? Somebody will come there and buy it. And that's the part I don't think is fair. Charge so much money for a projection screen. Oh, I could stare at this all day. This is making me so relaxed right now. All right, I am going to get out of here because, like I said, I have a game date with a friend, and right now she has a stressful couple of days. She wants to go kill some zombies. I can agree on her on that one. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. The product will be out soon. Still has to go through a whole lot of testing first. Got a lot of testing to do behind it first. And since my calendar is clear because all my orders are out and I'm done for the day, I'm not working on Sunday. So no, I got to stop working on doing videos on Sunday. So Sunday's off. I'm not doing any videos. That's Lord's Day. I'm not supposed to be doing videos on a day. So no videos on Sunday anymore. But as for Monday and Tuesday, before we get around to getting those orders in again, we're going to be doing some demonstrations on this. Hopefully by next week, we'll have it available. All right. Thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless.